Logical fallacies are everywhere. They are used in sales and marketing, politics, and even personal relationships to manipulate and influence people. These tactics often work because they catch us off guard, confuse us, or provoke an emotional reaction. If we are unaware of these fallacies, we may be easily swayed by arguments that seem convincing but are actually flawed. By recognizing these patterns of manipulation, we can think more critically and avoid being deceived. One common logical fallacy is the false dilemma, also known as the either-or fallacy. This occurs when someone reduces a situation to only two choices, even though more possibilities exist. A classic example comes from sales, where a clothing store employee might hold up a dress shirt along with two ties and ask, which tie looks better with this shirt? The customer, subconsciously accepting the limited options, often buys one of the ties. Another example is a college boyfriend who tells his girlfriend, "If you really love me, you'll drop out of school to support my graduate education." He frames the situation as though there are only two choices. Either she loves him and drops out, or she stays in school and doesn't love him. In reality, there are many other ways to approach the situation. Recognizing false dilemmas can help us step back and consider all available options before making decisions. Another misleading fallacy is post hoc, propter hoc, which falsely assumes that because one event follows another, the first event must have caused the second. This fallacy is common in marketing and superstitions. For example, a young baseball player might hit a home run while wearing his favorite socks and conclude that they are his lucky socks. Similarly, a cereal company might feature an Olympic athlete in an ad, implying that eating their cereal played a role in the athlete's success. In both cases, correlation is mistaken for causation. Just because two things happen around the same time does not mean one caused the other. Critical thinking helps us separate coincidence from actual cause and effect relationships. A third common fallacy is the red herring, which is an intentional distraction used to divert attention from the real issue. Politicians frequently use this tactic in debates and interviews. If a journalist asks about a controversial topic, the politician may respond by bringing up an unrelated issue, effectively shifting the conversation away from the original question. For example, when questioned about possible Russian connections in the Trump campaign, some politicians responded by discussing Hillary Clinton's emails instead. This distraction shifts the audience's focus and prevents meaningful discussion of the original concern. Recognizing red herrings helps us stay focused and avoid being misled by irrelevant arguments. Logical fallacies manipulate us by limiting our choices, confusing cause and effect, and distracting us from the real issues. By learning to identify these tactics, we can think more independently and avoid being influenced by flawed reasoning. The next time you hear an argument that seems persuasive, take a moment to question whether it is based on sound logic or a clever trick designed to manipulate you.